Hello students, you are welcome to Fishery class. Let's take a look at the correction for the last class assignment. On the assignment, we gave a total number of fish in the fish pond to be 400. The average weight of the fish was given to be 30 gram. The percentage body weight is 5%. And the feeding rate, we say it is equal to total number of fish times the average weight of fish times the percentage body weight. So our feeding rate becomes 400 times 30 times 5 all over 100. That gives us 600 gram or 0.6 kg. That's the answer to that last class assignment. Today, let's look at the topic that says fish feed formulation. Fish feed formulation. The objective of the class is to make sure that you know how to formulate your feed to obtain a desired crude protein content. What is feed formulation? What is feed formulation? Feed formulation refers to the balancing of crude protein and energy level of feedstock such that the amount of indispensable amino acid in the formulation meets the requirement of the animal to feed. The different types of feedstock we use in feed formulation. One of them is soybean meal, maize meal, rice bran, Iyke, that is the palm kernel cake. We also use the premix. We use salt, water, and etc. You can still use bone meal. You can add salt. You can add blood meal. There are different types of feedstock. But of these various feedstock available, the basic ones for your formulation are those that will supply more of protein and energy to the feed. At least the feedstock that will give you more of protein is soybean meal. It's very necessary in your feed formulation. And the maize meal. If you don't have maize, you can still use rice bran. These are good sources of energy. They are very important in your fish feed formulation. Okay, on the types of feedstock, we have some samples here. These samples were made by students. This is granite cake. Granite cake. This is granite cake. It was made by Peace Wosu as her midterm project. Granite cake is one of the types of feedstock we use in the feed formulation. It's usually in granulated form. This is it. This is just a sample of granite cake, rich in protein and minerals. We also have another feedstock. This was made by Christopher Chisom, Uleku, Ikechukwu, and Imo Stanley as this is their midterm project. The name of this feedstock is corn meal. Sorry, this is fish meal, not corn meal. Fish meal. Fish meal, rich in protein made from fish. This is fish meal. It's a type of fish. It's a type of feedstock. We have another feedstock. This is soybean meal. It was also made by students. I can't find the name here now. So these are different types of feedstock like we earlier mentioned. We use it in our feed formulation. After this feed have been properly formulated, we can make it look like look moist a little. And then after you've done that, there is another facility we can use in bringing it out in form of pellets. This is called a pelleting machine. We put the feedstock, bring all those different feedstock, the soybean meal, the groundnut cake, the palm kernel cake, the soybean meal, and things like that. After we have properly mixed it, we put it into this pelleting machine in a moist form and then extrude it out. We push it out. As we are pushing and turning this handle, the pellets, the feedstocks are coming from this nozzle in the form of pellets. After we've done that, you can allow it to dry and then give it to your fish. So this is a pelleting machine. We use it in bringing out the fish feed in form of pellets, after which we give it to the fish to feed on. And these are the different types of feedstock. Just a sample feedstock was made by students. Now let's look at how to calculate the crude protein and energy level. How to calculate the crude protein and energy level during the fish feed formulation. Looking at the example, suppose you are supplied with rice bran and soybean. Formulate a feed to obtain a 27% crude protein level. Given that the crude protein content for rice bran and soybean are 8.2% and 44% respectively. Now, what do you do when you have this kind of challenge? You want to formulate a feed that will give you a 27% crude protein level. What do you do? Now, we use the square method to know how to calculate for this 27% crude protein level in the feed formulation. We use the square method. We have different types of methods, but one of the simplest method is the use of the square method. While using the square method, the first thing you do is to draw your square. Put the square there. You can see it there. After you finish drawing the square, you put a diagonal line running from the left to the right. You also put another diagonal line that runs from the left to the right. Now the next thing is to put the desired crude protein content, that is the 27% crude protein content. That's what you desire. That's the crude protein, the amount of crude protein you want your feed to contain. You want the feed formulation to contain a 27% protein level. So you put the percentage you desire at the center of the diagonal lines where they cut across. That's the 27%. You put it at the center. The next thing is to get the rice bran. Put the rice bran at the left corner of the square, the top left corner of the square. The rice bran there, the amount of crude protein it has is 8.2%. You also put the soybean meal at the left corner of the square, at the bottom left of the square. The amount of crude protein in soybean meal is 44%. I hope we remember that rice bran is a good source of energy. Soybean meal is a good source of protein. Now the next thing we do is to subtract the desired crude protein content, that is 27%, from rice bran. Our answer becomes 18.8. What we did is 27% minus 8.2% of that rice bran. It gives us 18.8%. Also, we subtract 27% from soybean meal. It becomes 17. please ignore the positive or negative signs. 27% minus 44% of soybean meal gives us 17. We put it at the right corner of the square, at the top right, we put it there, 17. That's how we did the calculation. Rice bran is equal to 17 over 35.8, which will give us 47.5%. What do we do? To calculate for rice bran, you say 17 divide by 35.8 to give us 47.5%. See how that's actually how the square went. If you want to calculate for rice bran, you move vertically. See the arrow there, you move vertically straight to 17, divide it by 35.8. How do you get 35.8? We got 35.8 by adding 17 with 18.8. 17 plus 18.8 gave us 35.8. So to get for rice bran, say 17 over 35.8, which will give us 47.5%. Now to calculate for soybean meal, use the same method. For this time around, see how the vertical line is going. You move straight. Soybean meal becomes 18.8 divided by 35.8. That will give us 52.5%. Now the next thing is to just convert those percentages for rice bran and soybean meal to kg. Our rice bran becomes 47.5 kg and soybean meal becomes 52.5 kg. To add these two feedstuffs together, it should be able to give us 100 kg. Now, how do we conclude? Since we have our rice bran to be 47.5 kg and soybean meal is 52.5 kg, we mixed some quantity of the feedstuff we earlier mentioned. We just mix it together, get 47.5 kg of rice bran and 52 kg of soybean meal, mix it with other feedstuff we earlier mentioned, make sure they are evenly distributed. If this thing is properly done, the feed will give us a 27% crude protein level in that feed formulation. Let's take this assignment. Suppose you are supplied with rice bran and soybean, formulate a feed to obtain a 43% crude protein. Suppose you are supplied with rice bran and soybean, formulate a feed to obtain a 43% crude protein. Now, given that the crude protein for rice bran and soybean are 7.5% and 42% respectively. Thank you, dear students. Please stay safe and do remember that you are very important to your parents, to us, and to God. God bless you.